Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, King me here today, bringing you guys Akame got killed. Episode 19 review, that is 1-9. And of course, episode link in the box below on crunchyroll.com. Yo, CDU Ubiquitous done. KIA KO Ultra Combo. She's out of here, man. Yes, sexy boy. Oh God, mine gave her like the WrestleMania Brock Lesnar Undertaker treatment. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, it's over. The streak is done, bitch. Yeah, fuck it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Cause listen, honestly, like the last scene with CDU and Koro and how he's like moving towards her and has like the really sad face, and then her body's like cut in half and she's gonna die and she's crying. No sympathy. Zero. Donut. Because at first I had sympathy for her, and then she just became, as Mine said, broken. She was so corrupted and she was so delusional about her perception of justice, which was completely wrong, by the way, because you had her following Ogre and Stylish, and these guys are evil as fuck. I mean, the fact that she didn't notice that Ogre was evil as fuck is shocking. But the fact of the matter here is that because she became so broken, because she became so detached from what justice really was, I started to hate her more and more and more. And then on top of that, it was the added factor that she would continue to just consume the corpses of not only the Night members, but also she would do things like, for example, remember that one episode, I think it's episode like 17 or 16, where you had like these people who were just regular thieves. Like, they weren't big name people, they were regular thieves, they were caught. It was assumed that they were part of the Night Raid, but they weren't part of the Night Raid. And then she says, okay, well, you guys committed a sin. You guys stole some shit. Guess what? Death. Koro, eat. No. No. No, 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 no. And I guess, in a weird way, her detachment, her characterization as a character, seeing where she assumed that she was fighting for justice, where in the episode it starts off, a very good example, she sees that these kids who are untainted by the world around them, who are still pure, they are the embodiment of her justice, if you would. So in that sense, she's fighting for the kids. She's fighting for the next generation. But then that would be in immediate conflict with her own position as a Jaeger and her own actions, excluding what is genuine in the sense of justice, protecting kids, but then punishing all those who commit even a minuscule amount of evil, quote unquote. Oh, you stole something. I'm not going to put you in jail because you stole something. I'm going to just have Koro eat your ass. No. No, 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 no. She had these weird contradictions that made her character very unique within the scheme of Akame got killed. And it was fascinating to see her character transition, but at the end of the day, I didn't like her. I used to find that she was cool, and I can see where she was coming from, and I felt like she was, okay, maybe a little bit delusional, but at some point in the future, she may come to terms of, hold on a second, so the guys who I'm with are doing all types of stuff, experiments, and killing a lot of folk, and so on and so forth. And at the same time, you have myself, who's committing all these deeds that can be perceived to be evil. But she never looked at herself from a third person. She never looked in the mirror and said, okay, so here's what I'm doing. Is this actually justice? She just believed that she was right in perceiving justice when she was actually so far from in most of the aspects that comprise her characterization. Not all, most. So she is a fascinating character, and in some ways it is sad to see that now being removed, because if there is one fault to having character deaths, like prominent character deaths, it's the fact that you take away the possibility of even further characterization for that character. At least most of the times. I mean, very few times do I see a character have characterization after their death. But in this case, odds are she will no longer have any more characterization. Therefore, her character scheme is done. And in her case, it would have been more fascinating because unlike Boris, who was very straightforward, she's far from straightforward. So her character could have gone a long way when it came to transitions. But at the end of the day, she's dead. And that's the way it is. So I still have no sympathy, but it was fascinating to see your character scheme over the course of Akame got killed. Now, getting that out of the way, I gotta give credit to Mine, because Mine, whoa, man, fucking whoa! When she did that final attack, and then Coral cut in half, like, eviscerated. And then, you had, throughout the entire fight, you had Ubiquitous pulling out, like, these 10 king, like, armaments. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it was insane shit going on. Like, at one point, Coral spit out, like, this giant, like, missile rocket thing. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it was huge. And she countered, because Pumpkin is a very useful Imperial arm. But the fact of the matter is that you had Seryu have a whole mess of stuff. But then when Seryu had the emotions flowing, and Pumpkin, its powers are based on emotion. It feeds off of emotion. And when she snapped, all of a sudden, like, it was like a freaking lightning wave comes out of nowhere, and she cuts everything in half. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that was some very impressive shit. That was some very, like, that was some, and I'm not saying that she is on her level, but that was some like Estet type of shit right there. She cut the entire ruin behind her in half, and then some. I was like, what the hell? Mine? Damn! Ew! Because that's like some sleeper cell type of shit. Like, you're thinking, okay, mine's not, but all of a sudden, yeah! And everything's in half. I'm like, when the fuck did that happen? When the hell did you get that powerful? But no. There is a drawback. Pumpkin overheat. So, obviously she couldn't kill Seryu when she activated the final of the 10 Kings, the freaking bomb in her skull, which shocked me, I'm not gonna lie to you. Something like 5 furnaces of hell. I'm like, it had a beastly ass name. I don't know what the hell the full name was, but it was a beastly ass name. And then just huge explosion. So the main premise here is the fight. And then after the fight, when Tatsumi saves her, you have this, what appears to be the setting up of a Tatsumi and Mine, if you would, pairing / relationship in the future. So they may get together at some point if they're still alive, mind you, because this is Akame got killed. And fuckers die like clockwork. So it'll be fascinating to see towards the end if, in fact, let's say, because they're fighting against the Jaegers, they're fighting against S-Death. You're going to expect some character deaths with S-Death, obviously. So, obviously, because I'm not too sure if, no. My assumption here is that Akame and Tatsumi are going to be alive for the long haul, because they're the protagonist and the main character. Mine, I'd actually put in that bracket too. Everyone else, I have no idea. So, it could be, if they fail this mission in killing Honest, in trying to usurp the Imperial capital, if they fail, and they need to go do this whole thing once again with the assassins and trying to take out and trying to destroy the darkness within the capital, it may be a night raid with a whole new, set of members, and the focal point characters being Tatsumi, Kurome, and Mai. I can see that actually happening. So, again, it's possible, but we're not there yet in the story. And that was pretty cool, too, seeing how now she's actually, because Mine has powered up in some unique way, where she's now attained not only has she taken out Seryu Ubiquitous, but also she has attained this genuine love for Tatsumi. It's no longer like it's no longer a high school thing where, oh, like, you're kind of cute or you're kind of cool, I'm gonna have a crush on you. Now it seems to be like she's attained genuine love, which is a much stronger emotion, which will then power up Pumpkin. So it looks like she's gained some type of power up at the end of the day when she was saved by Tatsumi. So that being said, that's also beneficial for the Night Raid in the future. And then you have what's going on with, because Tatsumi faced off against the last remaining member of the Rasasha Demons, takes her out, I think. We're not too sure, because a giant rock did fall on her, but it wasn't, like, shown that she actually, like, died, per se. So she could still be alive, and Tatsumi does have a long way to go. Because when you compare, you have Laba, you have Akame, who took out their opponents. Well, Akame was a lot easier in comparison to Laba, and Laba, he did have some pretty cool stuff going on, but he did win at the end of the day. So the thing here is that when you look at Tatsumi, had to struggle a lot more in comparison. Then they finally take out, what's his name? The secondary dude of the religious group, Boltis or I forgot his name is, right? Boric. There you go, Boric. Taken out because he left the room. If he'd stayed in the fucking room, S-Death could have protected his ass, obviously. But no, he decided to leave, didn't trust S-Death, and then he bailed. There was a trap waiting for him with Laba and Akame, and then Negenda. Like that to me, I found super fucking risky. I'm like, yo, Negenda, what the fuck you doing? Like, why are you talking shit to S-Death? Like, she could just snap her fucking fingers and wipe out the entire area. What are you doing? And they made it seem like badass as fuck, like Ninja in the darkness, cigarette. Like, yeah, I would never dare to face you head on. Then why the fuck are you talking shit? Why are you there? Bail! Get the fuck out of there! So that shocked me. The fact that Ninja took the time out of her day after the mission was complete to talk shit to S-Death. And I'm like, no, stop. So, the Jaegers in this episode get swamped because it looks like Susanoo took out, well, they're probably still active, but the two remaining zombies of Kurome. Then you have Kurome herself, who really is suffering because Chelsea, I mean, even though she's dead, it's still relevant. The attack that she suffered at the back of her neck obviously is still affecting her, and she can't function as well. Though Wave does come in and actually step in to help, and he did a good job, I guess. I mean, we don't really know the end result of that. But then you have the Jaegers lose a member, Seryu Ubiquitous, and finally they fail their mission in protecting Boric. So, at this point in time, I'm pretty sure we're, give or take, what, 5 or 4 episodes away from the finale of this season. Therefore, the assumption here is that now is going to be the full-on revolution. Now it's going to actually start. I would assume so. I mean, because based on the preview of episode 20, there's something going on with Onus' son and Lubba, and I'm not too sure what's going on there exactly. The whole Shambhala thing. It looks like this dude just transported an entire fucking city based on the preview, but again, I'm not too sure. Which would make him extraordinarily powerful. But then again, we have to wait and see about that. But overall, the episode. Animation, of course, was on point as usual. Pacing was fairly quick, but they did slow it down when it came to the end of the fight. And particularly so, the post-fight, where you have Tatsumi save Mine, and then you have Mine pretty much trying, like, she's hinting that she does want to tell Tatsumi that she loves him, but not until everything is over. And she wants him to survive, obviously, so they can have some type of, I suppose, relationship in the future. And then you have what is the Jaegers being swamped because they lose a member and they fail their mission. And now the revolution should begin in earnest. But we're going to wait to see about that. So overall episode rating, I'm going to give it a great plus to an amazing because I did like the fighting. The fighting was actually damn good. And Ubiquitous is dead. She's dead. She's gone. 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 So, King Lightning, rate the video, comment, subscribe. Peace. Have a nice day. Yeah.